In the halls of power, throughout history, rulers have sought wisdom from the past to guide their present decisions. No work has served this purpose more faithfully than a monumental chronicle that took 19 years to complete, a mirror held up to reflect the rise and fall of dynasties, the triumphs and failures of governance itself. The year is 1065. The Song dynasty flourishes under Emperor Shenzong, yet challenges loom. In the imperial library, a distinguished scholar named Sima Guang embarks on what will become his life's greatest work, a comprehensive history designed not merely to record the past, but to illuminate the principles of good governance for future generations. Sima Guang understood that history was more than chronology. He believed deeply in the Confucian principle that the past could teach moral lessons. His goal was revolutionary: to create a work that would serve as a practical guide for rulers, showing them through concrete examples how governance succeeded or failed. The work's title, Zizhi Tongjian, translates as the comprehensive mirror in aid of governance. Like a mirror, it would reflect truth clearly, without distortion, showing rulers their own reflection in the actions of their predecessors. Sima Guang chose to chronicle 1,362 years of Chinese history, from 403 BCE to 959 CE, from the Warring States period through the fall of the later Zhou dynasty. This span encompassed the rise and fall of numerous dynasties, offering a vast laboratory of governance experiments. Sima Guang's approach was methodical and unprecedented. He didn't work alone. He assembled a team of scholars and employed a rigorous process of source verification that would influence Chinese historiography for centuries. The methodology was revolutionary. Sima Guang and his team would gather all available sources for each period: official histories, private records, literary works, even folk tales. They would then critically evaluate these sources, noting contradictions and selecting the most reliable accounts. This critical approach to historical sources was far ahead of its time. The work was organized chronologically, year by year, creating a seamless narrative flow that allowed readers to follow the cause and effect of political decisions across time. But unlike dry chronicles, Sima Guang's work was infused with moral commentary and analysis. Each entry was carefully crafted to highlight the moral dimension of governance. When describing the fall of the Qing dynasty, Sima Guang didn't merely record events, he analyzed how the dynasty's harsh legalism and disregard for popular welfare led to its collapse. When chronicling the success of the Tang dynasty, he emphasized the importance of capable ministers and wise policies. The comprehensive mirror was deeply rooted in Confucian political philosophy, yet it transcended mere ideological prescription. Sima Guang believed that good governance required certain timeless principles, regardless of changing circumstances. Sima Guang identified several key principles that ran through his historical analysis. First was the importance of virtue in leadership: rulers must be moral exemplars. Second was the need for capable advisors and the wisdom to listen to them. Third was the principle of moderation, avoiding extremes in policy and administration. Fourth was the importance of understanding and responding to the people's needs. These principles emerged not from abstract theorizing, but from careful observation of historical patterns. Sima Guang showed how dynasties that followed these principles prospered, while those that ignored them fell into decline. The work demonstrated how corruption, favoritism, and disconnection from the people's welfare repeatedly led to dynastic collapse. Conversely, periods of good governance were marked by rulers who maintained personal virtue, selected capable ministers, and implemented policies that served the common good. The impact of Sima Guang's work was immediate and enduring. It became required reading for imperial examinations, shaping the education of Chinese officials for nearly 1,000 years. Emperors kept copies close at hand, consulting it for guidance on contemporary challenges. The comprehensive mirror became the gold standard for Chinese historical writing. Its influence extended far beyond China. Korean and Japanese scholars studied it intensively. It shaped how East Asian cultures understood the relationship between history and governance, between past and present. The work's influence wasn't limited to the scholarly realm. It shaped popular understanding of Chinese history and provided a framework for evaluating political leadership that persisted across centuries. Even today, Chinese leaders reference the comprehensive mirror, drawing on its lessons for contemporary governance challenges. The work's central premise, that history provides practical wisdom for governance, remains compelling in the modern era. The comprehensive mirror spawned numerous continuations, adaptations, and commentaries. Scholars extended Sima Guang's chronological framework to cover subsequent dynasties, while others created condensed versions for popular consumption. What makes the comprehensive mirror enduringly relevant is its sophisticated understanding of how governance actually works. Sima Guang didn't offer simple prescriptions, he showed the complex interplay of personality, policy, and circumstance that determines political success or failure. This nuanced approach makes the work valuable for any era. The work's emphasis on moral leadership and responsive governance resonates across cultures and centuries. Its core insight that sustainable governance requires both competence and character remains as relevant today as it was in the Song dynasty. Modern scholars find in the comprehensive mirror insights relevant to contemporary governance challenges, the importance of institutional stability, the dangers of political polarization, the need for competent administration, and the fundamental requirement that governments serve their people's welfare. Sima Guang chose the metaphor of a mirror deliberately. Mirrors show truth without flattery, revealing both beauty and flaws. The comprehensive mirror holds up the experiences of past rulers, reflecting their successes and failures with equal clarity. The genius of the comprehensive mirror lies in its recognition that governance is fundamentally about human character and judgment. Technologies change, circumstances evolve, but the basic challenges of leadership, how to make wise decisions, how to select capable subordinates, how to maintain public trust, these remain constant. The work suggests that good governance requires continuous learning from experience, both one's own and that of predecessors. It advocates for humility in leadership, recognition of human fallibility, and the importance of seeking wisdom from multiple sources. In an age of rapid change and complex challenges, the comprehensive mirror's emphasis on timeless principles of governance offers valuable perspective. It reminds us that while the tools of governance may evolve, the fundamental requirements of effective leadership remain remarkably consistent. Nearly 1,000 years after its completion, the comprehensive mirror continues to serve its intended purpose, providing wisdom for governance through the careful study of history. Sima Guang's great work reminds us that the past is not merely prologue, but a source of practical wisdom for navigating the challenges of leadership in any era. The comprehensive mirror represents one of humanity's most sustained attempts to extract practical wisdom from historical experience. In our current era of rapid change and governance challenges, its emphasis on moral leadership, institutional stability, and responsive government offers valuable guidance. The mirror still reflects clearly, showing us both the pitfalls to avoid and the principles to embrace. The comprehensive mirror in aid of governance stands as a testament to the enduring value of historical wisdom. It reminds us that those who would lead must first learn to see clearly, and that the clearest vision often comes from looking deeply into the mirror of the past.
Thanks for watching.